Hi everyone, welcome back to Borrow and Build. If you are new to the channel, my channel consists of and talks about that I invest my paycheck instead of giving it to the bank or to the landlord or to the car insurance or to my gas station or to Netflix and whatnot. I buy assets, I borrow from my asset, and then I some dividends I do not reinvest it, which kind of pays off my margin. So this is what I'm doing. This is what the channel is about. That I buy assets, then I borrow from it, and over time, this process will be optional because my dividend one day will cover my expenses. And remember that this is not financial advice. This is my own journey that I'm sharing with you guys. Do not take what I say as gospel. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. Hi everyone, welcome back to Borrow and Build. And before I start the video, I just want to let you know that Papa Powell lowered its interest rate. So instead of me paying 5.25%, now I'm paying 5% on my margin interest. Okay? So that's a headline for you guys if you didn't know, which is a good thing for us, the borrowers. Now, as of the video, I my account is at $26,174, and my margin used is $5,581. Remember that with Robinhood margin, the first 1,000 technically do not count. So I actually owe $4,581. And today I'm going to withdraw at $1,150. I'm going to withdraw this amount from my account. So I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna show the results. That's one, two, three, and boom. You see my account went down from like 26,000 plus to 25,154. And as you can see here, my buying power kind of dipped. And that's because I withdraw, meaning that I took out over $1,000 from my account. And at the same time, my margin used went up to 6,800 to 6,886. But remember, with Robinhood margin, the first 1,000 is interest free. So I actually owe $5,886. Now, since I withdrew the money, 1,100 plus. A little bit after, a few hours later, I deposited $432 back into my account, and now I have it went up because right I deposited another $400. Now I have $25,585, and now what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to buy the $432 I invested. I think for now, I lower. I'm going crazy with this. Sorry guys if I'm going back and forth. It's just that I'm trying to find a middle ground. I lowered my daily buys to $10 and to oh look at that. I'm gonna have some SSG um dividends coming up, which is great. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna reinvest those dividends and from 100 to $35, and the CLM I kept at $10 per day because I noticed that like if I deposit the money into this account and then I borrow it without buying the assets at that precise moment, then what I'm doing makes no sense. I I deposit the money. I'm gonna have to use another $700 today or by tomorrow. So I deposit the $432 and then I'm gonna borrow it. Because if I deposit the money and then I just borrow it without buying the assets, so what I'm doing doesn't make any sense. And I think I have to, like try to like fix this the best way how to do it. But for now, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna buy every day a portion because I cannot be out of the market. I have to be in the market every day. So I lower it so I could be in the market so I can satisfy that need of me of being in the market every single day, no matter the price. And then when I get paid, deposit the money, right, and let it, and let it buy the daily buys, whatever. And then when I need to pay the bills, I'll buy the stocks at the moment, no matter the price, and then I borrow the money. So now I'm going because I need some for now. I don't want my uh my interest to go crazy, right? Like to get out of hand. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna buy $100 of CLM. Okay, I'm gonna buy $100 of CLM. Okay, I bought $100 of that. You want to send this right now, and so I'm gonna buy. Let's say now, so 432, 332. So I'm gonna buy, let's say 200. So 100 plus 200, $200 of SHG. Okay, two. That's 300 total. Okay, and then I'm gonna buy. I will buy so 100. So 300. Sorry guys, because I'm doing this live. 100 and so $100 from CLM, $200 from SSG. So $132 of SPYM. Okay, so that's what I did, and later on I'm going to withdraw about another $700. Okay, you see my margin is now to well, it went up, but it's gonna go higher because when I withdraw the money, and it's gonna do it automatically. I'm not gonna transfer this money. So when I withdraw the money, my margin is gonna, you know, go higher. And so you see, my annual rate went down to 5%. It went down 0.25 basis points. It went down like if you calculate it, it goes down by a lot. Yeah, guys, this is like a recap of what this is like my weekly portfolio update. I can't believe that it's already a week, basically a week almost that since I uploaded my last video. Okay, guys, so yeah, remember that this is not financial advice. This is what I'm telling you. Like one day I could be doing something for a few days and then I might change it to my needs, according to my needs, because this is a working process, right? This is not scripted. This is like a working process, and that's why again I'm not a financial advice. Do not take what I say as gospel. This is for entertainment purposes, and I'm doing this because instead of giving the 400 or whatever amount, 1,000, 2,000 to the bank, to my credit card, or to my landlord, or to the bank, my mortgage, or my car insurance, I buy assets and then I borrow from the asset, and eventually over time margin will become optional. And to offset the margin, I'm kind of not going to reinvest the dividends from CLM. I'm gonna buy the CLM stock, right, and like not reinvest the dividends, so that dividend is gonna fall into my buying power, which will eventually reduce my margin, and rinse and repeat. And I'm debating if I shouldn't reinvest the dividend from SPYM. That's one of the things that is basically killing me. I do not know if I should reinvest. Please, guys, if you should I reinvest the SPYM dividend? I don't know. I'm just in the fence about it because I don't want to get too much into dividend stocks or ETF because over time total return is crazy. But yeah, there's some stocks or ETF that beats the market, or right? But I want to be not conservative, but I just want the total return. That's all I'm asking for. So but I'm 100% reinvesting the SCHG dividend. So I'm reinvesting that amount 100%, but I don't know if I shouldn't reinvest SPOM. And hell, I'm not gonna reinvest CLM dividend because it does not drip at NAV. Yeah. So guys, this is like a short video, and remember, I apologize if I always throwing things around. It's a work in progress, right? It's a process. And remember that the more money I add here into this account, the more flexible I can be, or I would be. But since, it's not bad, 25,000, right? It's not bad, you think about it. But I think once you start like having about 50K invested, then you'll become more flexible on your journey. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.